Good afternoon. Welcome to SMTV Live. We're glad to have you with us today. I'm Duncan Gilman.
And I'm Brandy Powers.
Got a couple of interesting news stories to share with you today, and they're both about statistics that we're seeing on social media. Pretty interesting stuff. One of them is a prediction in 2015, half of web sales are going to occur via social media.
That's so exciting.
It's very exciting. It's based on this, the headline here from Mashable is based on an infographic from Vocus. This is all Gartner stats here put together, and it walks you through the social world as it relates to businesses and commerce especially.
Nice facts here.
Yeah, some really interesting stuff.
89%, yeah.
89% of agencies use Facebook to advertise. So this really dives into actual dollars, advertising and e-commerce, and definitely worth checking out.
And it also shows you exactly where you need to be. You know, where customers are.
Very
it's
good
very
point.
specific to, you know, the 89% speaks directly to Facebook. So that's good numbers and some good data as far as where to be.
Absolutely. One of the other ones that I found fascinating this week is about Instagram. And over half of the world's top 100 brands are on Instagram. And the top, I'm going to scroll down here because the even more fascinating to me than that was that 8 brands, these 8 brands, MTV, Starbucks, Burberry, Nike, Gucci, Tiffany, Audi, and GE.
Big boys.
Those 8 brands control 92% of customer engagement on Instagram.
That's amazing.
Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah, I did not know that stat. That's exciting. And these are definitely brands to follow.
Absolutely.
So just knowing that that's where they are, smaller brands, definitely keep your eye on these 8 because, you know, these are some hard numbers, and these are very, very big brands.
And it's a good sign that there's still time to get in and grab some of this.
Yeah, if they're taking up that
market
much,
share on Instagram,
those 8 are taking up that much, there's a lot of room.
And Instagram, you know, we talk a lot about how fast Pinterest has grown, but the growth rate of Instagram right now is faster than Pinterest, even though Pinterest has a slightly larger market share.
Right.
At the moment, the growth rate of Instagram is still, it's zooming up there.
It's so much fun, though, because it's directly from a mobile app. You know, it's just so easy to use. So that's exciting. Those are exciting numbers.
It is. We're here to help you out with your social media campaigns or answer any questions that you may have, so let us know what you're working on.
You can email us your questions, as always, to questions@SplashMediaU, or you can tweet us by using hashtag SMTVQuestions.
So let's get to some questions that our viewers have sent in. Brian wrote to us, how do I get people to see my photos on Pinterest? Speaking of Pinterest.
Speaking of Pinterest, great question. How do you get people to see your photos? You can have an app on Facebook. There's a lot of tabs that you can have, but you can create an app on your Facebook page that links directly to your Pinterest board. So, of course, you've already built a following on Facebook, hopefully. So you can just organically transfer those people directly to your Pinterest page. And so that's, to me, the best way to get people to actually see your photos on your Pinterest board.
Yeah, I think cross-promotion is going to be big, letting people know where it is. You can invite collaborators. I don't know if you mentioned, sorry, I was finding one of those apps because it was great. So I don't know if you mentioned adding a collaborator to your board.
No, I didn't.
But that's
a
a
good
great
point.
one too.
Yes.
But I'm so glad you mentioned the app because while you were saying that, I pulled up one of the apps to show as an example.
Awesome.
So you can pull this right into your Facebook page just like you were saying. This is La Madeleine Cafe, and this is just a tab.
It shows their nice boards.
And it shows their boards.
Their
you can click through to their pins. It's really
so exciting. So
really
as you
nice.
have people normally on your Facebook page, this is just an awesome way to segue them right into your Pinterest.
It sure is.
Yeah. So Jackie wrote to us and she asked, how do I add my blog to my LinkedIn profile?
You know, of all the changes that Twitter has made to access its API, the disconnection between Twitter and LinkedIn, there's still a lot of great things to utilize in LinkedIn, even if you can't use Twitter. And one of those is your blog, your WordPress platform. So we can walk through that now.
Let's do it.
Go over to LinkedIn here. So first, you can either go to More and then get more applications, or if you already have applications on your profile, I'm just on a sample profile here, you can scroll down and go to Add an Application.
Add application.
This is great. I'm just going to scroll. There are a couple you can, I definitely recommend browsing through these, like polls and SlideShare, lots of great stuff here. But the one for blogs here we're looking at now is WordPress. And then you can adjust your settings here, click Add Application. And then you could just type in, copy and paste in your blog URL, and that's it.
So easy.
It's very easy to do, and
it looks amazing on the back end too.
It does. It really looks nice in the profile down there in that application settings, and it updates automatically. You don't have to keep putting in blogs as your status update.
Right.
Down there is where it updates. Now you would need, if you wanted to show people in your status update that you have a new blog, you still want to put it in there.
Yes, you still need to post an actual status or a post about the blog. Yeah,
right, exactly. But the blog section itself updates automatically as your blog posts update.
Right, and then something else to note is now you can navigate and put different parts of your LinkedIn profile in different places. So with the announcement of having the blog on your LinkedIn profile, now you can move it up higher so people can actually see that it's there.
I love that.
So kind of like a little announcement.
It is.
Yeah.
Our next question is from Izzy. She wants to know, can you give me any tips on ranking higher in on Google quickly?
This is tricky because it's not an overnight thing. There are some ways that you can rank higher, but quickly is the word that's kind of tricky. But a couple of things that you can do for sure is to make sure that your website is optimized as best as possible. So that helps with the Google rankings and the searches. Another thing though is you want to have as many links as possible. And when I say as many links as possible, I mean relevant links. As many relevant links as possible that link back to your site or back to your blog to help in your ranking statuses. So those are two good tips.
Those are absolutely what you want to do. And you cover both the on-page optimization and the off-page, which is getting links. And you do have to be a little careful because if you're trying to bring up your page fast in results, you might look for a lot of different kinds of sites where you can just upload your link and forget about it. But a lot of those sites are kind of spammy. You know, these are, when we say these external sites, we're really talking about these roster sites, basically, the directories of these websites that may not have anything to do with each other. It's just
or your site.
Or your site, exactly. So you want to find sites that are actually relevant.
Right.
So this could be a resource site based on an industry publication. It could be you know, a directory of some kind for a trade show.
For your industry.
For your industry. Anything that's like a non-competitive site that
where a lot of people are going to leave their information.
A forum would be a great idea too.
Perfect. Right.
So these are the relevant kinds of sites you want to put your link on, not so much these random directories of a bunch of different sites just to try to get the ranking up faster. Because Google notices, the search engines notice that this site is relevant and this one isn't.
Yeah. And actually, don't they ding you for that?
Yeah, you never want to take the chance. I mean, it's hard to say where the line is drawn between this one's okay and this one isn't.
Right.
Those black and white animals that we love so much, penguin and panda.
Yeah.
But you never want to take a chance.
So just do it right.
Do it right to begin with.
Link to relevant sites and there's no worries.
I like that philosophy. That's going to do it for today. Thank you for joining us this Friday afternoon for our live broadcast of SMTV. Keep those great social media questions coming in. For Splash Media, I'm Duncan Gilman.
And I'm Brandy Powers. Thanks for being with us and have a great weekend.